Today we'll be looking at an international architectural competition for the Taichung Cultural Center in Taiwan, a project we have dubbed as the OASIS of Culture and Learning, representing the spirit of Taiwan. Hello there, this is Paul Ugwu, Architect. Today we'll be looking at our submission for an international architectural competition for the Taichung Cultural Center in Taiwan. The key elements of our submission are as follows. First of all, let's start with the design philosophy. Our proposal is modernist and avant-garde. Now, our approach is to produce practical yet experimental ecological and experiential spaces and buildings. We get our inspiration from nature. We rationalize and synthesize the complex variegated order found in nature. We look at the environment of our buildings and produce designs which respond to the setting and prevailing culture. In this case, the Gateway Park at Taichung. In addition, the process of architecture creation in the 21st century is in the middle of a technological revolution. We have adapted and integrated these technologies into our design processes by building or producing buildings that respond to scripts and algorithms as tools of morphogenesis. Morphogenesis meaning the shape of space creation. This parametricism, our preferred approach to morphogenesis, ensures the buildings are ahead of their time. Now, what is the concept? The proposed building is conceived as an oasis of culture and learning, representing the spirit of Taiwan. The conceptual design was shaped by the following factors. 1. The environment. The building site is part of a very large park. The proposal sought to integrate a building in the park and offering visual continuity from the road. And it's a road called Park Avenue. And the intention was to be able to sort of view or to see or to have some sort of visual continuity from this road through the building and into the park. This had very fundamental impact on the form of the building. The conceptual framework for the building arose from its environment. The inspiration for the morphogenesis was the complex variegated leaf in the park environment and in the forests of Taiwan. This concept unifies the building and its environment. It integrates the building into the park and harmonizes it with its environment. Now, the second element in the conceptual framework is the people. The starting point of the conceptual design was about people, moving people from the outside to the inside of the building and back out again. All the time, ensuring that they enjoy the experience of space and activities on offer. Experience and the sense of space starts from the outside upon arrival near the building. The immediate site surrounding the building is envisaged as leisure and cultural culture interface, where people can enjoy staged, private or public group performances of various activities like dance, displays, art, or otherwise quiet contemplation. Now, this space becomes a meeting place and forms the open external cultural hub. The space experience then moves to the inside of the building. The main access is through the Parkland Plaza. The space is conceived as weather-moderated, large open space that serves as meeting and waiting area for people and groups, and also where open public cultural performances and exhibitions can be staged. The area is also an extension to the park itself, drawing into the building and acting as a conservatory for various plant species. From the plaza, the experience then moves into the library, which has its own atrium, and the arts museum, which also has its own atrium. There are two atriums, as you can gather, one for the museum and then one for the library. These museums provide a nice environment and serves as a cultural hub. Another dimension of our project is sustainability. In principle, the sustainability strategy to be adopted in the development of the design is the use of the cradle to cradle approach in the selection of materials. Materials will be sourced based on their ability to be recycled at the end of the building's useful life. There are two objectives here. Either the materials can be recycled by incorporating them into other buildings, or they can be used for other functions when the building reaches the end of its useful life. Or the materials can biodegrade naturally when they are buried at the end of the building's useful life. The proposed building will be constructed to high environmental standards. A high level of airtightness is expected in order to conserve the heating. Materials which also have high heat sink properties are preferred, and this is why concrete is selected. The conservation of heat is aided by higher than normal insulation in the envelope of the building, and then by triple glazing of windows and openings. A better standard than the normal building regulations U value is aimed for in the development of the design. Extensive use of materials which sequester carbon is in the strategy for design development. These materials absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Carbon sequestration was a factor in the incorporation of green roofs into the design. Environmental design will implement various strategies for renewable energy and passive design methodologies as follows. Heating of the building is proposed to be combined heat and power systems, CHP, which is very energy efficient. In addition, geothermal heating is proposed using ground source heat pumps, which absorb heat from deep underground heat harvesting installations, transferring that heat into the building through on-the-floor heating systems. Other strategies are natural ventilation by solar stack effect through the atriums, photovoltaic cells, rainwater harvesting, and solar hot water heating. These systems will mitigate the load impact on the municipal infrastructure from the proposed building. Now, that is our building. That is our proposal. Enjoy the video, and I will see you at the other side.
Do you want a full reference number? 646. Yeah.
Hello again. I hope you enjoyed this video and the project as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Please like us below, subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. That was great.